Hi, I'm Chris. For vacation this year, I thought I should see some more of our province of British Columbia at 10 kilometers an hour, and this is what I saw. Morning. I took the day off yesterday and stayed in Castlegar, and I rested and resupplied and got things washed and dried. And so today I'm heading to Nelson. It's 44 kilometers. It's along Highway 3A. So it's not particularly comfortable riding, and it's loud, but it's relatively safe. The shoulder is wide and unobstructed for the most part. And I've come over the Columbia River already, and also over the Kootenay River. The Kootenay River is behind me, sort of over in that direction. Can't really see it through the trees right now, but I'll take photos if and when as possible. But it's going to be loud, and it's also hilly, so the beautiful thing is it's overcast today, so it's not hot. It is quite cool, but there will be lots of traffic noise in the background. I apologize for that, but that's what today's going to look like. I probably won't film a whole lot today. I might get some stills here and there of views, and that would probably be just about it. So I've stopped for lunch here at Kokanee Creek Park. Beautiful spot. This is actually the Redfish campground. So it's across the road from sort of the main campground, and it's closed right now. I don't know if you can make out the gate there. I think they close it in after the second weekend in September, around the 15th or whenever that's close enough. So there's no one else around, and it's nice to be off that busy highway for 20 minutes while I eat lunch. Stretch out my legs a little bit. But significantly for me, since the other day, a week ago now, I made the mistake of running out of water. I've tried to keep the water bottles topped up whenever I can. Well, this campground may be closed, but I just checked, and the water is still working. So that means that with good water, means I can fill up the bottle. That's good. So right now I'm taking what's supposed to be the longest free ferry ride in the world, going across Kootenay Lake from Balfour to Crawford Bay on board the MV Osprey 2000. This ferry. It's moderately full, but I happened to rock up just as it was unloading, and I was the first one on, because they let walk-ons go first. So we're just passing by the community of Proctor, which is on the south shore of the lake here. Beachfront homes. Morning. It is Tuesday the 21st, the day after Election Day. I have no idea how that turned out. I've just left the Cedar Grove campground at Grey Creek. That's Grey Creek right there. Spent a quiet night there, despite being right by the road. The road's not busy, so it was a pretty quiet night, and had a really hot shower this morning. So thank you, Cedar Grove Campground. And I'm heading up the Grey Creek Forest Service Road to go over Grey Creek Pass. And this will be the steepest section of the whole trip. This is 17 kilometers and you gain 1,700 meters, something like that. So 10% grade on average, but it goes considerably steeper, and I'll be walking probably a good portion of the way. But it's 8:40 and I'm heading out to give it a try. They say there's snow at the top end, but they say it was just a little bit, and maybe the sun today will melt it off. We'll have to see when I get there. Earl Grey Pass, baby. Made it. Whew. Oh, what a climb. It took me, let's see here, it took me 5 hours minus 3 10-minute breaks. So 4.5 hours to climb 1,700 meters over 17 kilometers. And yeah, I walked most of the way. There were a few bits I could ride, but not much. So most of that was pushing the bike. And now for the next about 7 or 8K, it's going to be pushing the bike because it's too steep to ride down. But I made it. That's what I'm looking at right now. Mountain on one side, and then backlit by the sun, mountain on the other side. Road goes down there. Road goes down there. And I'm right here with a big smile on my face because this feels great. This was the steepest bit of the whole trail, and I got her done. Now we head down towards Kimberley, but probably I won't make it that far. I'll wind up camping somewhere for the night, but we'll see. It's still Wednesday, and I'm between Kimberley and Cranbrook, and I found myself on a beautiful paved, smooth cycle trail, and it kind of looks like that. Goes through the Ponderosa Pine. Very nice here. I knew this trail was here. I knew this was here, and I've been looking forward to it for at least 10 days because it's such a relief to be off the gravel. And yeah, this goes paved like this all the way to Cranbrook. It's parallel to the highway, so there's traffic noise, but I don't care. I got this whole thing to myself. This is fantastic. Plus, for the time being, I'm actually going slightly downhill. You drop downhill to a place called Wycliffe, and then you climb back up to Cranbrook. But the climb is not onerous or long, it's just a climb, and it's paved. So this is nice. So that's the view I'm getting of the Rocky Mountains. That is outstanding. That pointy one over there is called Mount Fisher. It's the highest of that little range over there, which are known as the steeples. And I don't think it's because they're steep, but they could be. But that's the view north by east of the Rocky Mountain Trench that you get from this paved bike path, which is outstanding. Outstanding views. I'm very impressed with this. Good morning. It is Friday the 24th. Today is my last full day of riding around on this vacation, and today I'm riding the Chief Isidore Trail, and this one's just strictly for fun. I only have my lunch and a few tools with me, And this is the trail, what it looks like, which is awesome. This is just outside Cranbrook, going south towards Wardner. I don't think I'll get that far. I know I won't get that far because I'm not planning on going that far, but there is a nice viewpoint about halfway to Wardner. It's called the Powerline Viewpoint. I'm gonna go there, and so I'm riding basically through the Cranbrook Community Forest for the first part, the first 8 or so kilometers. There's side trails, which I'm not taking, just sticking to this main one. And yeah, this is just a fun ride. It's quite a nice change from being loaded down with gear to just sort of have the freedom to just sort of take lunch and go. And I took a day off yesterday, Thursday, to rest my legs because the prior 2 days were long and steep both, and took a lot out of me, quite frankly, and I was glad of the day of rest yesterday. I literally just sat around doing almost nothing. Walked a few blocks to get a meal, and that was pretty much it. But yeah, so I just thought I'd get out there and shake the rust off today, and just go for a nice leisurely ride. I've been on this trail before a couple of years ago, and it's very pleasant. It's old rail grade, and it's an easy ride. And I've met a few people already this morning, joggers and a couple of cyclists, some people walking their dog. It's a fairly well used trail, and quite a lot of fun.